Hey, we've almost come to the conclusion of the gameplay part, and of course we need to make some tweaks and adjustments afterwards. And in this case, we need to find the winner of the game. And we already have a placeholder there that's just called find winner. So let's make some updates to it. So let player, and we're gonna get the calculations once again, because we need to always know the score. So we're using that score function to get the score from the player hand. So once again, within the game player hand object. And also let's get the dealer score, as this way we can have a numeric score and we can do a comparison of the score. So the dealer of player and dealer, and then we'll apply the logic for that. So going through, and let's take a hit, and stand. And we do need to add in the find winner check in the dealer play function. So when the dealer plays through, if the dealer is greater than 17, that means the game's over and we need to determine the winner. And then also down here, where we're checking to see if the player is over 21, that means that we need to determine and find the winner as well. And let's play through the game, and you're going to find that oftentimes as you're building out a game, you need to play through it many times just to make sure you're not encountering any bugs or tweaks and it is working as expected. So let's hit stand, and we see that we run through, and the dealer score is 23, the player score is 18. So we need to be able to determine the winner. And we see the values of 18 and 23 in the console. So that means that find winner is running. So let's add in the additional logic into find winner and checking to see if player is greater than 21. And if the player is greater than 21, that means that the game status text content is going to be that you busted, or the player busted with, and then we'll output the score so that the player can see what score it was that they busted with. And also we'll do a check to see if dealer is greater than 21. And if the dealer is greater than 21, then we're going to output that the dealer busted. And we can write dealer busted with whatever the score of dealer is. And this is where we're going to actually do the check the winner conditions. So we check the value of player and see if it's equal to the value of dealer. So that means that there was a draw, so there was no winners, and update the text content so that the user knows what happens. And then we can also output the value. So it could be either one, because they're actually going to be both the same, so they're both equal. So that means that this was a draw. And then else if, so this is another alternative that could happen. So checking to see if the value of player, we're going to wrap this in conditions here in the rounded brackets. So player is less than 22, and we check to see if player is greater than dealer. So we need to check to make sure it is less than 22, because otherwise the player is busted, and up here we're just outputting a message if it's busted, so we're not taking any action. So here we've got the actual conditions checking to see if player is less than 22, and if player is greater than dealer, that means that the player is the winner. And the other condition is if dealer is greater than 21, that also means that the player is the winner. So that means that the dealer busted. And that would mean that this statement was true as well. So let's update the game status text so that we output the results to the player. And we're going to concatenate the text. So we'll write you win, and then whatever the value of the player total is. And then lastly, else. So if that's not true, if the player is not the winner, if it's not a draw, then that means that the dealer is the winner. So let's update the message accordingly, that the dealer is the winner. And we'll write dealer wins, and whatever the value of the dealer. So that should mean that we check and we know who the winner is. So just do a stand. Dealer busted with 26, you win with 13. So that's right, that the dealer went all the way. So we pulled 7 plus 5, 12, plus 4, 16, plus a queen, so that's 26. So the dealer busted with 26, and that means that you were able to win with the 13. And so now it should actually reset back to the default where we can play the next round of the game. So whatever the result was, we can run the turn on function and enable the game button deal once again. And that should trigger the ability to play the game throughout. So even though that we've concluded this round, we're going to allow the player to play another round. So just hit stand, and in this case the dealer wins, and we can deal again. So we deal out another round of cards, and this time the dealer wins with 17. And try that one more time. So again, the dealer wins. So we still need to set to update the score, and then obviously add in the cash, which is going to make the betting of the game and the gameplay a little bit more interesting. So that's still all to come in the upcoming lessons.